On August 8th, 2023, at 2:03 p.m., the town of North Andover declared a local state of emergency due to over 6 inches of rain falling on the town over a 6-hour period, with 3 inches of that rain falling in just 2 hours. We got reports of extreme flooding in businesses and residential areas, and the fire department was forced to rescue residents from their home. We opened a shelter in the North Andover Old Senior Center over rear town hall. Residents came to the shelter with their belongings on their backs and their dogs, and we worked with them to find places to stay. The North Andover Housing Authority also evacuated residents, and those residents were taken to hotels. We'd also like to extend our thanks to the Red Cross of Northeast Massachusetts, who responded to town and spent 3 days with volunteers handing out Red Cross cleanup buckets behind Town Hall. Over 140 people signed up to receive those buckets, and we were very thankful to them for coming forward during our time of need. Today, nearly 2 weeks after the rain, we still have residents that do not have power and have not been returned to their homes. On Friday, August 18th, the town of North Andover again was hit with an unexpected amount of rain, with over 3 inches hitting in just 2 hours. So you know, at home, a 100-year storm is usually classified as 6 in a 24-hour period. So if you think of the rain that we received, it was even more rare than a 100-year storm. No town's capacity is built to take on that kind of rain. And with the amount of rain we received in the first storm, and the ground still saturated, the smaller amount of rain on the second Friday caused a significant amount of damage again. Our surrounding communities have also been hit by this storm, and we continue to communicate with them. And we continue to communicate with communities as far as Natick, Nahant, Billerica, Tewksbury, who also were hit by these storms and had rain and flooding damage. We have been in contact with MEMA, and on the first day of the storm, MEMA sent out an employee to do an assessment. We submitted all of our MEMA paperwork documenting the damages to our public property and to private property, including residences and businesses. Cumulatively, that damage totals almost $30 million, with $3.4 million of that being public, $4.9 million affecting 359 residences, and $21.5 million affecting 56 businesses. At this point, we wait for MEMA to evaluate the forms that we've put forward and to determine whether or not they will advocate to the federal government for a declaration of disaster to be declared. We should hear more news on this in the coming weeks, and we will continue to communicate with you. In the meantime, the local state of emergency still stands, and the Board of Selectmen voted to ratify and confirm that state of emergency. We have received permission from the Division of Local Services at the Department of Revenue to deficit spend, and are using those funds to make corrections and fix town infrastructure and buildings that were damaged. The building department reminds you that if your appliances, including your hot water heater, your boiler, or any of your electrical outlets were covered in water, please do not use those appliances and call the building department for an inspection. We will continue to advocate for you as residents and businesses to find funding to relieve and help as you rebuild. In the meantime, the Crisis Cleanup Hotline has been opened, and Team Rubicon, a veteran-led organization, is here to help residences with the cleanup. You can call 617-207-5633 until Friday, August 25th to have an assessment and get on the list for help. Again, that number is 617-207-5633. Please do not hesitate to call. I want to thank a lot of people for all of their help during this, including the governor, the lieutenant governor, the MEMA director, our liaison at MEMA, all of the senators and representatives that came to town and encouraged people to pay attention to the damage that we had here in town. I'm also exceptionally thankful to our emergency management division, the fire department, the police department, DPW, our emergency communications staff, and everyone at Town Hall who has continued to support our residents and businesses during this hard time. We are here to help, and if you need anything, please call Town Hall so that we can further assist you.